What is it? Yeah, it's a hound. No, it's not, it's a ray. It's a ray. Oh, wow. Good evening. Welcome back to Frugal Outdoors with myself, Dylan. And we're out fishing tonight, as you can see, because I have my bag and there's my rods. Yeah, we're fishing Fort Victoria tonight. You'll be able to see it behind me there. Plenty of parking. And this is definitely a love or hate venue. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. I've had some good fish out of it and it's really good for bream fishing. Now my last couple of excursions, I've had 50% target. So the first time we went out for a smooth hound, I did really well. Hit a really nice smooth hound, £13.5, my PB. Second time we went out, doors swinging, I went out for a bass and a bream, but mainly a bass, and I didn't get a single bite. So tonight I am out fishing. Only fishing. I am hedging my bets. I have got some rigs, but I've only brought squid. I've got 2 packs of squid, so I'll show you that in a sec. And hopefully we can turn one of those squid or a piece of that squid into a fish. I've got the tides not great. It's high tide and it's ebbing, but it's a small tide, so it should be fishable. I've got plenty of lead, I've got plenty of rigs, so hopefully we won't do too bad. So let's get down there, let's get set up, show you the rigs, show you some baited up, and get fishing. Because as I'm sure you are aware if you've watched any of my videos, I am buzzing. I'm excited to be out fishing. So let's go and see if we can't get something. Thanks for stopping by, cheers. Right, we're all set up. Well, nearly set up anyway. So, like I was saying earlier, I'm only going to fish with squid tonight. And I have got some bream rigs on the off chance it is a bream, but also anything will take that. And I use this very same rig, not this exact rig, one very much like it, on the boat at the weekend. And I had a couple of bream, but I did get a 12-pound smooth hound on it, which I was really chuffed about because it's only got size 2 canoe hooks. So it's a 1 up, 1 down. And today I'm fishing with a 6-ounce gripper with a lead lift. I've literally tied a blood loop knot in that and then snipped it. So I've just got a very short snood there, as you can see. It's literally maybe 8 inches. A slightly longer one on the bottom because I'd like to try and get that on the deck. But again, it's all tied. So, I mean, yes, I'm going to lose a lead, which is the bane of my life. I hate losing lead. But if I lose that rig, it's not cost me very much apart from the lead. But yeah, so calamari from Kraken sea baits, only £4 a pack, and that is a decent sized pack of squid. So that is my main bait. But I do also have, because he had some of these in there, some proper Kraken style squid, some biggies. 2 quid for 2, £1 each. Now I'm thinking if I was out bream fishing, I could probably go out with that 2 quid pack and it would do me for a session. But we'll see. So I'm going to cut that into strips because that looks really thick and really tough. I'm going to fish this squid on one rod. I'm going to fish that squid on another rod with a different rig. And then as light this starts to go, I'm going to keep one out, fishing for some bream. And then I'll chuck some whole squid on the other one and see if there's any hounds that are willing to take a whole squid instead. But let's get this baited up quickly. So I'm going to use one of these because these are a little bit more defrosted at the moment. And I'm hoping by the time I've yacked for 5 minutes and baited this one up. The other ones might be ready. Now, I've said this before, I do like using the calamari squid. It's the same as the sea breeze stuff, and I think I might be right in saying it's the same as the ammo as a breed of squid. They're a bit tougher for the strips to put on the hook. They will stay on there much better. So that's the size strips I'm using. Maybe some people might say that's too big. Some people might say that the hooks are too big, but if I don't start hooking up, then I'll change it up. But I go up to a size 1 with these Chinoosa because they're quite small. And yeah, like I said in the last video, I do quite well on the bream when they're in. I didn't do very well in the last video because I didn't get a single bite. But if I don't get bites, then it's not me. If I get bites and I'm not hooking, then it's me. And there we go, I've just thread that on, and that is literally it. That'll be flapping around in the tide. So the tide's already turned, but it's very slow to turn at the moment, which is nice. So it might mean, like I've hoped, that the fishing will be okay, or at least the tide will be okay to fish on the ebb. Normally you wouldn't fish it on the ebb here, but on one of these smaller tides, I think I should just about get away with it. There we go, pop that one up over the eye of the hook. And that one there is ready to go, so let's get it out. So I'm fishing both of my Daiwas again today. Not using the bass rod, I have got it here, but with it being only 13 foot, these are 13.6. Does give me a little bit of extra reach to get over these ledges. So I'm just gonna give this one, I'll do it from up here, give it a bit of a whack. Not gonna hit it too hard, but aim a little bit to my right because the tide is swinging. And let that swing round in the tide, hopefully. Right, second rig. I've used these only once before, and so I changed the hooks on them to freshen it up. It's a 3-hook clip down. Now normally, again, because it's really snaggy, it suggests I only use 2 hooks, but I didn't have many bream rigs made up or anything, so I thought, well, these are made up. So it's clip down. The other one is not a clip down. Really short snooze. I've got a pop up on the top one and glow beads on the bottoms. And again, I've got those exactly the same. Just those little size 2 Chinoosa. Again, like I said, hopefully to get a bream or a dogfish or a hound or anything that wants to come along. I think basically my target in mind, if there is a target, which there kind of is, there always is, let's face it. You'd be lying if you said you'd never come out with a target or with a hope of catching something. It's a bream for me again. Yeah, look at those big puppies. Now they will look like they're pink because they are pink, but that is pink because it's a pink calamari, not because it's been defrosted. Oh yeah, they're tough. Like that. Yeah, they're nice and thick. Something's happening with my rod. These are really thick. I like this a lot. Oh, what am I doing? I've only cut 2 and this has got 3 hooks on. Oh yeah. Looked like it was moving then. Well, it could just be because it's settled a bit. Right, let's get this one baited. Let's get this one out. I'm not going to hit this one as hard because I don't want it to swing around quite as much. So with these squid, like I say, I'm just threading that on and I'm leaving probably 20 mil of that just hanging off the bottom, so it can flutter around in the tide. Oh, I'd love to get a bream. Like I say, we did get some at the weekend, but that was off a boat. And I caught 3. I was unhooking one. I had it unhooked and my lead was swinging around a bit. So I went to grab my lead, because I know it's not ideal to have lead swinging around on a boat. And it jumped out of my hand, landed on the side, which would be what, the gunnel, I suppose, on the boat. Kev Sampson's Devotion, shout out to him. And yeah, went plop straight back in the water. So I wasn't best pleased. But I did, like I say, got a 12.5 pound smooth hound on one of these tiny hooks on my Bream rig on a tiny piece of squid. So goes to show you can get good sized fish on small gear. There we go. So that one is now ready to go. We'll get a lead on that, we'll clip it up and we'll bang it out. There we go. Sorry, I was just keeping an eye on that. And there we are, all clipped up. I mean, overall, I suppose that's on about 4 foot. Got a little, again, these are only knotted because I'll be damned if I'm going to lose a whole bunch of swivels out there if I lose my rig. And I don't think, there's so much tide, it's not going to make much difference. It's going to be going the same way. I've never really have much tangles with doing knots. And yeah, when you lose the gear, it's just, you're not losing quite so much money. So let's get this one out as well. Like I say, that one is settled, but I'm just going to give this one a little dink, a little bit closer in. There we go. And again, I've moved over that way and I've cast it to that side. And we're fishing. So I am going to get another rig ready. I'll probably just get one out, bait one, and just have one ready, bring one in, I can clip it onto that one, then bait that one. So I'll just have 3 rigs alternating. Now that very much looked like I had a bite. Could just be the wind. Got a bit of a breeze today. We've got a southeasterly, which is another reason why I've come to the front here. And it's gusting the best part of 20 miles an hour. So I thought I could come out fishing tomorrow, but the wind's pretty much in the same direction. And I'll still be fishing high down. I mean, there are places on the island you can fish high down. There's a couple of places towards Cows and out the back, which are notoriously good high down spots. So fish in the ebb, but for me, this again is like 3 or 4 minutes away from my house. So it's really nice and close. Yeah, this might be quite hard fishing for that first run of the ebb, but I'm really hoping it will calm down. I mean, I may be casting 70 yards, I have no idea, but I'm not hitting it as hard as I can. But it's still going out there a little way, and it's still swinging right around, but we're fishing. We'll battle the weed for maybe an hour or 2, and then hopefully it should become a little bit more comfortable. Oh, I can feel the weed on it. That is heavy. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go again. That felt like that was on somebody else's line. Yeah, it is. There we go, we got that back. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be having a little private battle with this weed. But that's okay, because we're out fishing. And we love it, don't we? Don't love weed, but hey. I mean, that's out there again, that's out there for like 10 minutes, maybe 15. So I know that I can get them fishing for at least that amount of time. And to be honest, I'd normally be changing the baits. Oh, you. That's the second time that's gone over. Not fun, but it's still working. Apparently, the red light is on, we're still recording. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna get this other one out. And like I was saying, if we've got to fish through the weed for a bit, we've got to fish through the weed. Such is life. Can't have it always, all the time. You know this time of year that we're gonna get some mayrock come through, so I'm pretty sure I can fish through for the next hour or so. I should be able to fish through it and hopefully get into a fish. And what I've done was I've got the insides, so the guts essentially of the squid and all the jelly and weird bits. I'm keeping all of that because later I'm going to bind that together. There we go, there's some more. I'll bind that together for a bait to see if there's a hound or anything out there that might want to take it. Well, this is all right, isn't it? Sun is out. But yeah, the trouble is with the mayrock is you can't really see it in the water. You can kind of see it a little bit, but it's not like it's weed that's on the surface. It's in the water, so you don't really know until it's all up your line. And my left-hand rod has definitely got someone again, but again, it's been out there for maybe another 10 or 15 minutes, so they are fishing before I've got to change them, so it just means it's a bit hard work now. Like I say, I do hope, I anticipating on easing up. If the tide eases up, then the weed will ease up as well. It's right at the beginning of the turn, so everything that's come up is now going out, and it's going out a lot quicker than when it came in. So we'll keep going anyway. I'm not going to go anywhere else. I thought I was getting a couple, well, what I thought was a couple of little knocks, but probably wasn't. But we'll pretend that it was, it felt like it. So I'm really not casting very far with this rod at the moment. Let a load of line out, you can see it bouncing, that's where it's hitting the bottom, bouncing around. Let a load of line out, let it get to the bottom and let it swing around to find its own place. And it's still swinging, it's just coming in front of the buoy. Still swinging. Still swinging, come on. I stopped virtually dead in front of me. But you really can't hit it hard. But I'll just have to wait. When we get to the bottom of the tide, I'll be able to give it a little bit more. Like I say, hopefully we might get into something then. You do get bream at night time here as well. So it's not just a daytime fish. So like I said, I will be fishing one rod for the bream all night. Well, let's hang on. I'll be fishing one rod with smaller baits all night to see what comes along. And then the other one, I'll switch up and fish with bigger baits and see if we can't pick anything up on that. Well, that's well in there, that is. Oh, hello. What am there? I think we got a bite there. Still trying to get this one out of the snag. I just saw that one go. We got on slack. I think we've got something. Yes, yes, yeah, we got target, baby. We got target. There we go. She's a tad on the smaller side, but it is inside. Hiya, bud, you alright? There we go. There we are. Beautiful, fin perfect bream. And that is dinner right there. Buzzing. Came out for a bream, we got a bream. Wicked. There we go. How about that, mate? Let's try and get another one. Yes! Right, that wasn't very far out at all. Right, I just came up here and I plonked one out there. Yeah, I think actually, do you know what? Probably cast it a little bit further than that last time. Right, I'm going to try and get this one out. Basically, I'll let that, give that a bunch more line. Let that swing round. Yes, man. Right. There we go. Beauty. I absolutely love them. They've actually, I know people say they got small mouths, but look, it's not that small, is it, really? Like I say, some people I know that I come out fishing with will fish with 1/0s for bream because they're trying to target the bigger ones, not ones like this. I mean, this is easily in size, but they're going for the £2 plus, you know? But for me, I want food. Hello, thank you for that, buddy. I want food. So this is coming home and I will use the smaller hooks so I can try and get a few more. But that's just the way I fish, that's just my style. All right, so I've got these both bang in front of me now. But like I said, I don't think they're as far out. And that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about finding where they are. Because they are schooling fish, bream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another rig out, get it baited. And I'm probably going to move one of these a bit sooner than later and just give it a little bit more. Because I think I was probably a bit, maybe 10 or 15 yards further out. It looks like we might get a really nice sunset again tonight. I mean, we've had some stunning weather this weekend. Been cooking in the garden, which is amazing, love it. But yeah, it makes it quite hard for the filming because I've got to keep moving the camera around because otherwise it gets affected too much by the light. Oh, it'd be nice to just get another bite now. When I was chatting to the chap down there, he said he fished here last night and no one had anything, but there was a lot of weed, and again, there's still a lot of weed. So I'm chuffed to manage to get something out. But it's still early. It's 8:15. That sun is just dropping behind the clouds over there. And I reckon we've got a good bit of fishing over the next couple of hours, or at least prime time, I suppose. because then we'll be hitting the bottom of the tide as well. And hopefully we can get something on the way back up. Right, let's go for it. Being able to give it a bit of welly now. I've still hit it quite a way to the right. Hopefully it will still swing round. There's still some tide out there, but I'm just looking at the buoy, just keep checking the buoy that's out here. And it's not leaning over like it has been. I mean, it looks like it's bolt upright, but there's still a lot of tide, which is good. But I just want it to be fishable and not full of weed. But the weed is definitely getting less, which means we've got much more of a chance. Oh, there we go. That is a bite. That looks breamy. I don't want to wind it too hard, but I've got to get it up over this ledge. Is there still something there? I'm not feeling anything. Not feeling anything. Oh, got something. Yeah. Here we go. Two in the bag. Yes. Bottom hook. Nicer one, this one. There we go. Banging. We're on the Bream. Buzzing. There we go. Quickly dispatched it. So that one actually was at the distance, which I thought, that had no bait on any of the rest of them. I thought I was pushing my luck going out there, but it turns out it was the right choice. Trouble is, like I say, it looks like I'm really bullying them to get them up, and to be honest, I kind of am, because it's there's two ledges out there, and when I went past on the boat, the skipper was saying basically we came past at maybe 80-100 yards out here, because we left Yarmouth Harbour, and he said on the echo sounder it's 50 foot, and any further you go on your cast, you're just going deeper. So, but like I say, you've got to get over that ledge, and I believe there's two of them. There's one further out and there's one closer in, and one of them is maybe 40-50 yards, and I think the other one is 60-70 yards. And it's normally, to be honest, it's normally the closer one in that you get snagged up on. Right, let's give this a bit of welly. Oh my God, look at that sunset. Look at that. I'll leave you with that. I'm gonna go and cast this. Right, let's get you out there again. So as you can see from the rod tip, that one first, that's the one I've just cast out, this one here, and it's hooping right over because it's really pulling and it's still swinging. It looks like it's dead flat calm out there. It doesn't look like there's any tide whatsoever, but that is still swinging. I think it's just found its spot. I actually thought I had some weed on there the first couple of times. Hopefully that will stay. No, still not, still moving. Thought I had weed on there the first couple of times, because I thought I had a couple of knocks, but I thought it was weed. And there must have been something taking the bait on the other hooks. And maybe it was that bream he hung around and he took that final baited one. And we got it in. Oh, I'm buzzing. Like I say, we didn't come out with a target in mind. But we do get two of the desirable species. I hedged my bets. We were out on a boat only 2 days ago on Christchurch Ledge, and there was bream. So, and I know that there's been some bream coming out. So I thought, come right, I want to get out. We ate it on Sunday on a lovely barbecue with some jerk seasoning, some homemade flatbreads and some grilled veg, and it was stunning. I've got to get some more of that. And we did. Ceviche is really nice as well. Just some lemon juice, some sliced fennel, a little bit of sliced red onion, a little bit of finely diced tomato concasse for fish disco. And then just leave it marinated in the lemon juice and loads of fresh coriander. And then just have that with a bag of tortilla chips. Banging. Mozzies. Literally just doing, because the squids that I choose to buy are a bit firmer. And that's what I like about Slamfishiow, Wight, Kraken sea baits. The squid's top notch. It's not all mushy. So to be honest, I can put that on there. It doesn't need any binding, just the strips. If it was a bigger bait, I'd bind it up just to keep it a bit more compact. But with these strips, you can just literally thread it up on the line and throw it out, and it stays on the hook, which is nice. So there we go. We've got like zero tide out there at the moment. I've been getting a few little taps on the left-hand rod. It's definitely not a bream. I was just getting one on the right as well then, actually, as we speak. But yeah, get a few little taps on the left-hand rod. I thought it might have been a bream to begin with, but then it's just been really, really, really slight. It's going a little bit there now. Could be a dogfish, could be a strap conger. So I'm going to bring it in, have a little nose. And yeah, hopefully see if we haven't got a fish on there, but I don't think so. But quickly before I do that, I'm going to bait up my other flapper rig. At least that's ready to go out then. And yeah, hopefully we can get another one. Like I say, that the light is now gone. I've got my light on, got my tip lights on. We're at the bottom of the tide, waiting for that turn, and hopefully it might switch some more fish on. So, right, sorry. Standing very close to the camera and looking at my rods. So, my big rig that I'm going to chuck out now is a pulley pennel. It's quite a short pulley pennel, so that's maybe 2.5 foot, and then that's maybe 1.5 foot ish, 2 foot. So it's about a 4.5 foot overall pulley pennel. Got my 6 ounce lead. It's got an imp on it. Obviously a pulley bead, and then I've got it's a 3/0, but it's quite a small 3/0. And then I've got a 3/0 circle hook. The idea being, I'm thinking, if I just fish with standard pulley pennel, I can target anything. And that's basically what I'm doing. I'm targeting anything that is going to take squid. That could be a smooth hound, it could be a conger, it could be a dogfish. could be a bass, it could be anything. Anything will take the squid. So I'm not going to fish with dongles because that does limit my hookup rate if I'm going to maybe catch a conger. And as I am just pleasure fishing today, and essentially, like I said before, and all joking aside, I've got my target. Now it's just about getting another fish. So I'm thinking simple pulley rig to start with anyway. Oh, there we go. That was a nice bite, wasn't it? That looked very breamy. See if that comes back. Yeah, and all I'm going to do is stick a whole squid on that. That was a lovely bite. I hope you saw that. All right, and keep an eye on that while I'm getting this. Oh, hi, all right? Oh, there we go. I think that could be a hound. Is that a little hound? What is that? It is a hound, isn't it? Can't be a dog. It is a dog. See that stopping me then on the way in? I was convinced that that was a blimmin' something better than that. God, I was convinced that that was a small hound then. The way that that was pulling on the way in, I thought it was something else, and it had a great bite, but all it is a dogfish. I thought it might have been a bullhuss, but it's not. It's a dogfish. But like he's just said, it is another fish, so.
I was fishing next to Wayne Hand.
Oh yeah?
On Chisel.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how short he was.
He's probably about the same height as me then.
I think he's a bit shorter than you.
There we go. So after that dogfish, I've put that big bait out now, and it's really swinging left to right again now. So basically, the tide is pushing in. I couldn't believe the bite on that dogfish. I was convinced it was even stopping me on the way in when I was reeling. It was actually fighting. I was like, I've got a hound on here for sure. A small one, but I've got a hound or a conger, and it was a dogfish. But that's cool. I'm chuffed. I think there's something going on with this right-hand rod, this left-hand rod. So it could be getting another bite, which would be nice. So basically now what I'm going to do is fish with a bigger bait on the left-hand side, unless obviously I cross lines. Yeah, that's a bite. I haven't got a, oh, I have, but I haven't got a spare big rig ready. Yeah, there's something going on there. I think that could be a another dogfish. So yeah, so I'm going to fish a bigger bait on one side and a flapper on the other side, and then I'll fish for another. I don't know what the time is now. It's 9:30, so I'm going to give it another hour and a half. I'll fish till 11 and then I'll knock it on the head. Right, let's get another rig ready. I'm getting hugely distracted. Oh, whoa! What was that? Is that weed? What was that? Ah, I think it's weed. I think that could be weed. Oh no, I don't know what this is. But that rod just went right over. Whew. I think we got something decent on here. It's probably another dogfish. No, this is something better. That was lucky, I was watching those rods then. I think this one actually could be a hound. I have no idea. I ain't gonna say anything. Thought it was a hound last time and it was a blooming dogfish. But this is definitely a bit stronger. Either that, it's got. Oh no, it's. Whoa, no, it's pulling. This has got to be a hound or a conger. Come on, baby. What we got? Oh, on my arm. What is it? Yeah, it's a hound. No, it's not. It's a ray. It's a ray. Oh, wow. I've got to try and get this over this way. Where's my other line? Oh, I don't want to get on my other line. Come on, mate. Oh, I've never had a ray out of here before. It's big as well. Yeah, boy! Oh, that was fun to try and land. Yes! Oh, circle hook, mate, right in the chops. Oh, yes! Look at that! How beautiful! What a fish! What a fish! Look at it! Woohoo! Right, I need to weigh this. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna go 11.3. Oh, 11.3. Wow, man, I need to get this little beauty back in the sea. What a beautiful fish. I don't want to keep it out for too long. Let's get it straight back in. Oh, what a result. Never had a thornback ray, ever. 2 bream and a thornback ray. I really thought that was a hound then. It came in quite easy until the very end, and then it was heavy. Oh, yes. So that was on the, get all this crap off, it's a bit of weed out there now. That was on the, all the mixed bits of squid crap, basically. Oh, wow. Oh, mate. PB hound the other day and a PB thornback. Has to be a PB because it's my first one. Mate, what a buzz, what a rush. Huh. Absolutely nailed that circle hook. What a great thing, and so easy to unhook. Well, there we go, I've just had my last cast. Whole squid again. Like I say, I only brought squid out with me today. Just as an experiment, just wanted to see how I got on, really. Thought I might have possibly got into a hound, but I think, to be honest, as that tide comes up a little bit more, probably stand a better chance, but I'm going to knock it on the head shortly. So the last 2 are out. I'm going to have a little tidy up in my area, pack some rigs away, and then we'll come back in a minute. Right, that's it. I'm calling it. I'm not going to have another cast. It's 11:15 now. I can pack this away, get home, grab a quick bite to eat, because I haven't eaten since 5 o'clock and I am starving. But yeah, I'm absolutely made up. I mean, I don't know what I'm more chuffed about. I think it's actually the bream. Because as you all know, anyone that's watched these videos will know I absolutely love catching bream. Because I love to try and eat what I catch. I'm certainly not going to take a ray. But bass, bream, pouting, whiting, that's all fair game in my book. Dogfish even. When it's slim pickings, I'll take dogfish and then we'll eat them. But and then to get that stunning ray, what a beautiful, beautiful fish. They're so prehistoric. Not a very, very thorny one, that one. I've seen some, Tom, who I was fishing with on the pier, he had a really gnarly looking one, absolutely covered in spines and thorns. But yeah, that one just had a few on its back, one down the middle, and then obviously quite a few on its tail. But yeah, chuffed. I'm really, really chuffed with this session. It was supposed to have a bit of rain, we didn't really get any. The weed was a bit of a nightmare, but we fished through it and we got some fish, so yeah, I'm really stoked. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you for sticking around. If you haven't already subscribed, then please think about it, because sometimes I do get some fish. Sometimes, like my last session, it's a blank, so it's hit and miss. But if you're enjoying what you're seeing, then please do subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I put an upload up. Until the next one, I don't know where I'm going to go. I was going to go bass fishing, wasn't I? So I'm not even going to say what I'm going to do, because I never decide until I leave the house, to be honest. So until the next one, please take care, stay safe, and maybe I will see you out there. Cheers.